All right, we are back with another episode of This Just In. And as always, I'm joined by the Frank McKenna. How was vacation?
It was great. Good to take a break, but I understand you have a doozy for me today.
I do. This is an active alert because this is a nationwide identity theft ring that is probably in operation right now as we speak.
It sounds like a red alert.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, this is the perfect identity theft. That's
Hmm.
name, address, date of birth, SSN, everything checks out. They have great driver's licenses, but I'm sure you could guess the one thing that they don't have in common.
The thing that we've seen in the past, you let me know if this is true or not, but in identity theft, pretty much 100% of the time, the phone number never returns to the true customer. Is that what's happening?
That is exactly what's happening. You know what kind of phones they're using?
Well, let me guess. Voice over IP.
Of course. Isn't that what they always use?
Absolutely. Actually, with synthetic identities, our study last year showed that a vast majority of the synthetic identities were not using mobile phones, but voice over IPs.
Voice over IP.
These are preferable, right? Because untraceable typically, disposable, so you can always use another one, and you can have those voice over IPs route to your own phone. So you can just churn through these, just like synthetic identities. But this is identity theft we're talking about, right?
Right.
What kind of exposure we got?
And with identity theft, I mean, with auto, it's a lot different than your other products, right? It's like credit cards, you're going to pick up on an address change. Typically,
Right.
There's always going to be something different because they don't want to alert the consumer. But in auto, you're in and out of the dealership. I'm already in the vehicle. I don't care. I actually want to use their address because they're going to show up to repossess a car, and it's not going to be there.
Exactly. What kind of exposure are we talking about with this fraud ring right now?
I mean, it's nationwide, almost every state, multiple lenders, hundreds of applications, millions of dollars, over 50 dealers impacted.
Over 50 dealers they're targeting. I'm not surprised. Okay. So we're talking about a massive operation that's roving state to state. What about law enforcement? What are they doing?
I mean, it's difficult, right? Because law enforcement can only really take cases that are within their jurisdiction. So it's been hard to link it all together.
I gotcha, but we can in the data we have now. So I think one of the things, if we're talking about this red alert, I guess one of the things to focus on if you're a dealership, I know in our product what we have is a phone validation, and really focusing in on that phone number that does it belong to the consumer, and then using that one-time passcode as a validation step. I think that could actually help a lot, right?
I think it could. Yeah. Well, we are going to keep tracking this ring. We're going to do everything we can to help our lenders stop them, pick up on these identity thieves and these inactive phones. But
so we're actively flagging these when we see them come through the consortium. We're actually notifying lenders and saying, hey, don't book this, or the dealerships we work with as well, which is great. Okay.
Notify both lenders and dealers, and hopefully bring this to a close as soon as possible.
Let's crack down on these guys. Thanks, JD.
Thanks, Frank. I'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of This Just In. If you'd like to know even more, head on over to pointpredictive.com for the latest fraud insights. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay secure, and stay one step ahead.